Hello everyone. Let us see the last topic of your module 3, that is your MQTT protocol in this presentation. As we have studied about the COAP protocol in the previous presentation, we have the MQTT, the other application layer protocol that is being used. So MQTT stands for Message Queuing Telemetry Transport. Let us see what is this message queuing telemetry transport in this presentation. Coming to this, it was invented by your IBM and Acrom. The IBM team and the Acrom team invented this protocol in 1990s. At the end of 1990s, engineers from IBM and Acrom, they were looking for the protocol which will support which will have the features like reliable, lightweight and the cost effective protocol in order to monitor large number of sensors what we are using. ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಒಂದು ಇವಾಗ ಆರ್ಕಿಟೆಕ್ಚರ್ ನ ಬಿಲ್ಡ್ ಮಾಡಿದಾಗ we may go for large number of sensors and that should be controlled by making use of some protocol. So these people, the engineers from your IBM and Arcom, were looking for the protocol which will manage the large number of sensors or the server which will be controlled by a central server, and this type of architecture can be used by the oil and gas industries. So their research developed. As they started their research, they started developing and implementing a protocol called as Message Queuing Telemetry Transport. That is your MQTT protocol that is now standardized by the Organization of the Advancement of Structured Information Standard, that is OASIS, Organization for Advancement of Structured Information Standard. This is MQTT is standardized by the Organization for the Advancement of Structured Information and Standards. At the end of 1990, they developed this particular protocol. Considering the harsh environments in the oil and gas industries, an extremely simple protocol, only a few options were designed. Initially, one features andre less number of features were adopted by this MQTT protocol, where they have considered all for your constraint nodes, and it could be applied on your unreliable WAN and the bandwidth constraints. Where the bandwidth constraint is there also we can apply this particular protocol. So there was some rationales from the selection of a client server and the publisher or the subscriber framework based on the TCP/IP, and here your MQTT is based on the TCP, that is the connection oriented transportation, as your COAP is of UDP, that is connectionless oriented. We have a figure here which is going to represent the publisher and the client, that is your MQTT client and the server, where your MQTT server will act as a broker between the publisher and the subscriber, where your publisher client will collect the data from the two different sensors, that is the temperature and the relative humidity sensors. The data, once the data has been collected from these two sensors, this publisher will publish the data and that will be given to the server, which is called as the broker, that is the message broker or your MQTT server. Then this MQTT server will accept the data from your publisher, which publishes the data from the temperature and the relative humidity sensor. Then it will push the data to your subscriber. Once the data has been published by the publisher and the server will accept the particular data, mean the sensor's data, then that will be pushed towards your subscriber, that is the application which is being called as your subscriber. So this is how the data will be transferred between your publisher and the subscriber. So here the left part is called as your MQTT client, that is your publisher, and the right side the application, it is called as the subscriber part, publish subscriber, where it is of the server and it is called as a broker. MQTT client can act as either publisher. Publisher ಯಾವಾಗ ಅಂತ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಒಂದು ಡೇಟಾನ ಸೆಂಡ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಿದ್ದಾನೆ, ಸೆನ್ಸರ್ಸ್ ಇಂದ ಡೇಟಾನ ಕಲೆಕ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಸೆಂಡ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಿದ್ದಾನೆ ಸರ್ವರ್ಗೆ ಅಂದ್ರೆ then he acts as the publisher. To an MQTT server acting as an MQTT message broker. MQTT server na ನಾವು ಇಲ್ಲಿ MQTT message broker ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತೀವಿ. In the figure we have MQTT client on the left side, that is left side is called as your publisher, where it is two two sensors, that is the temperature and the relative humidity sensor, where it will get the data from these two sensors and it will publish the data. What next will happen is your server, that is your message broker or your MQTT server, will accept the data that has been published by your MQTT client, that is the publisher. Then it will send it to the network connection along with the application messages. If there is any messages that has been published by your publisher, then it will accept that message also, and then it will transfer that particular subscriber. It also handles the subscription and subscription process and pushes the application data to the MQTT clients. It will push the data towards your client. That particular client is called as your subscribers. The one who receives the data, ಯಾರು ಡೇಟಾನ ರಿಸೀವ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ ಅವ್ರನ್ನ ನಾವು ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಸಬ್ಸ್ಕ್ರೈಬರ್ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತೀವಿ. The one who sends the data is called as your publisher and the one who receives the data is called as your subscriber. Great example we have here is the social networking na consider madidre we have the Twitter, where MQTT clients can subscribe to all the data using a wildcard character or specific data from the information tree of a publisher. So example na ನಾವು Twitter anta ಹೇಳ್ತೀವಿ, and with MQTT protocol na ನಾನು consider ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ we can subscribe for everything. ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಯಾವ್ಯಾವ ಡೇಟಾ ಇದೆ ಅದಕ್ಕೆಲ್ಲ subscribe ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಬಹುದು, and for some particular data we can act as the publisher. The presence of this server will decouple the data transmission between your client and the client which is acting as the publisher and the subscriber, where decouples the data transmission. Why we make use of this message broker or MQTT server is in order to decouple the transmission. Data transmission agadana decouple madodikoskara we will make use of this publisher and the subscriber. In fact, publisher and subscribers do not even know about each other. Avrige gottiralla because we have an intermediary thing in order to send and receive the data, that is your message broker. Message broker ಇರೋದ್ರಿಂದ ಯಾವ್ದು ಪಬ್ಲಿಷರ್ ಆಗಿ ಆಕ್ಟ್ ಆಗ್ತಿದೆಯೋ ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಸಬ್ಸ್ಕ್ರೈಬರ್ ಯಾರು ಅಂತ ಗೊತ್ತಿರಲ್ಲ, and ಸಬ್ಸ್ಕ್ರೈಬರಿಗೆ who is the publisher ಅಂತ ಗೊತ್ತಿರಲ್ಲ, because between those two we have an intermediary node or the server, that is your message broker or the MQTT server. Benefits of this decoupling, benefits ಏನಪ್ಪಾ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ decoupling ಮಾಡೋದ್ರಿಂದ where your MQTT message broker will guarantee that the information buffered and cached in case of the network failure. Server na use ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ, the data what has been published by your publisher ಏನ್ ಕಳಿಸಿರ್ತಾನೋ ಅದು buffer ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಸ್ಟೋರ್ ಆಗಿರುತ್ತೆ in your server. ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಸರ್ವರ್ ಇಂದ ನಿಮ್ಗೆ ಸಬ್ಸ್ಕ್ರೈಬರ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಏನಾದ್ರೂ ನೆಟ್ವರ್ಕ್ ಫೇಲ್ ಆದ್ರೆ ಅಥವಾ the link may fail ಅಂತ ಟೈಮಲ್ಲಿ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ, ದ ಡೇಟಾ ಮೇ ನಾಟ್ ರೀಚ್ ದಿ ಸಬ್ಸ್ಕ್ರೈಬರಿಗೆ ಹೋಗಲ್ಲ ಡೇಟಾ. ಅಂತ ಟೈಮಲ್ಲಿ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ, ದ ಡೇಟಾ ವಾಟ್ ಹ್ಯಾಸ್ ಬಿನ್ ಸೆಂಡೆಡ್ ಬೈ ಯೋರ್ ಪಬ್ಲಿಷರ್ ವಿಲ್ ಬಿ ಸ್ಟೋರ್ಡ್ ಇನ್ ದ ಬಫರ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಇರುತ್ತೆ, ಅಂಡ್ ದೆನ್ ಒನ್ಸ್ ದ ನೆಟ್ವರ್ಕ್ ಫೇಲ್ಯೂರ್ಸ್ ಹ್ಯಾಸ್ ಬಿನ್ ಓವರ್ಕಮ್, ನಾವು ಆ ಫೇಲ್ಯೂರ್ಸ್ ನ ಓವರ್ಕಮ್ ಮಾಡಾದ್ಮೇಲೆ ವಿ ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಸೆಂಡ್ ದಿ ಕೇಶ್ಡ್ ಆರ್ ದಿ ಡೇಟಾ ದಟ್ ಹ್ಯಾಸ್ ಬಿನ್ ಸ್ಟೋರ್ಡ್ ಇನ್ ಯೋರ್ ಬಫರ್. This also means that the publisher and subscribers do not have to be online at the same time. ಯಾವಾಗ ಆನ್ಲೈನ್ ಇರುತ್ತೆ ಅವಾಗ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಡೇಟಾ ಬಂದಿದೆ ಅಂತ ಗೊತ್ತಾಗುತ್ತೆ, ಎರಡೂ ಆನ್ಲೈನ್ ಅಲ್ಲೇ ಇರ್ಬೇಕಂತ ಏನಿಲ್ಲ. when the publisher and the subscriber both ಲೈಕ್ ಇವಾಗ ಪಬ್ಲಿಷರ್ ಡೇಟಾನ ಸೆಂಡ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬೇಕಂತ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಪಬ್ಲಿಷರ್ ಆನ್ಲೈನ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಇರ್ತಾನೆ, ಅದೇ ತರ ಸಬ್ಸ್ಕ್ರೈಬರ್ ನೆಟ್ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಆನ್ಲೈನ್ ಬಂದಾಗ he will notify that the data has been received by that particular subscriber. So ಇಲ್ಲಿ ನಮಗೆ ಪಬ್ಲಿಷರ್ ಮತ್ತೆ ಸಬ್ಸ್ಕ್ರೈಬರ್ ಎರಡನ್ನೂ ಅಟ್ ಅ ಟೈಮ್ ಆನ್ಲೈನ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಇರಬೇಕು ಅನ್ನೋ ಕಂಡೀಷನ್ ಇಲ್ಲ. ಅಂಡ್ MQTT ಕಂಟ್ರೋಲ್ ಪ್ಯಾಕೆಟ್ಸ್ ನಾವು ಆಲ್ರೆಡಿ ಹೇಳ್ದಂಗೆ TCP ಮೇಲೆ ರನ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ, ಅಂಡ್ ದಿಸ್ ವಿಲ್ ಮೇಕ್ ಯೂಸ್ ಆಫ್ ದಿ ಪೋರ್ಟ್ ನಂಬರ್ ಕಾಲ್ಡ್ ಆಸ್ 1883. TCP ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ ಆರ್ಡರ್ ಯಾವ ಆರ್ಡ್ರಲ್ಲಿ ನಾವು ಪ್ಯಾಕೆಟ್ಸ್ನ ಕಳಿಸಿರ್ತೀವಿ ಅದೇ ಆರ್ಡ್ರಲ್ಲಿ ಹೋಗಿರುತ್ತೆ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಲಾಸ್ಲೆಸ್ ಸ್ಟ್ರೀಮ್ ಆಫ್ ಬೈಟ್ಸ್ ಬಿಟ್ವೀನ್ ದಿ MQTT ಕ್ಲೈಂಟ್ ಮತ್ತು ಸರ್ವರ್ ಮಧ್ಯ ಲಾಸ್ ಯಾವುದೇ ಥರ ಆಗಲ್ಲ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳುತ್ತೆ. ಆಪ್ಷನಲಿ MQTT can be secured by making use of your TLS on port 888883 and the WebSockets can be used in order to provide the security for your protocol. Protocol ಅಥವಾ ಡೇಟಾಗೆ ನಾನು ಸೆಕ್ಯೂರಿಟಿನ ಪ್ರೊವೈಡ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು ಅಂತಂದರೆ I'll make use of TLS on the port 8883 and also I'll make use of the WebSocket. It is of a lightweight protocol because each control packet will have only 2 bytes fixed header and with variable header fields, and this is an optional, and also we have one payload that is also an optional where the header fixed header just 2 byte ಇದೆ ಇನ್ನೆಲ್ಲ ಆಪ್ಷನಲ್ ಇಲ್ಲಿ. ಕಂಟ್ರೋಲ್ ಪ್ಯಾಕೆಟ್ ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಪೇಲೋಡ್ ಅದ್ರದ್ದು 256 MB ವರೆಗೂ ವೇರಿ ಆಗ್ಬೋದು. So this is how the MQTT protocol look like. This is your fixed header, that is this is of 2 bytes. Actually this is 1 byte and this is of 1 byte. This is your variable header which is optional and the payload where it can vary up to 256 MB. So in the fixed header we have one message type UDP and the QoS, that is your what type of quality of service we are using, retain and remaining length, that is the fixed header. So these two will have 2 bytes and this is your variable header. It is an optional. If we want to add anything to your header part then we can add it in the variable header. If we have any payload or the data or the packet, that can be added in your payload. This is also an optional thing. Compared to your COP message format in the figure, MQTT contains a smaller header that is 2 bytes where your COP will contain 4 bytes of header. The first MQTT field here we have the message type, like what message type we are sending, which identifies the MQTT packet within a message. ಯಾವ kind of MQTT packet ಇದೆ, ಯಾವ್ದು ತರ packet ನಾವು send ಮಾಡ್ತಿದೀವಿ ಅಂತ identify ಮಾಡುತ್ತೆ. We have 14 types, different types of control packets ಇದೆ ನಮ್ಮ ಹತ್ರ. So we have 14 different types of messages that can be sent over a network. This is specified, 14 types ನಮಗೆ specify ಆಗಿರೋದು MQTT version 3.1.1 ನಲ್ಲಿ. Each of them will have the unique value. ನಾವು ಇವಾಗ ಏನಾದರೂ ಈ 14 ನಲ್ಲಿ ಇವಾಗ 5th type ನ ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಿದ್ದೀನಿ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ I may tell that the unique value of that particular message type is 5 and that will be coded into your message type field. ಆ field ಅಲ್ಲಿ ನಾವು instead of telling this message type field I may tell that the unique value. Let us see what are the different types of messages we have. Coming to this, first one we have connect. In order to have the connection between the client and the server where we will be requesting, this is the connection acknowledgement. This is the value 1 for your requesting the connection. This is the connection acknowledgement. ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಕನೆಕ್ಷನ್ ಆದ್ಮೇಲೆ ಕನೆಕ್ಷನ್ ಏನಕ್ಕೆ ಮಾಡ್ಬೇಕಪ್ಪ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಇದು TCP ಪ್ರೋಟೋಕಾಲ್ ನ ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದೆ. ಸೊ TCP ಪ್ರೋಟೋಕಾಲ್ ಕನೆಕ್ಷನ್ ಓರಿಯೆಂಟೆಡ್ ಆಗಿರೋದ್ರಿಂದ ನಾವೇನಾದ್ರೂ ಡೇಟಾನ ಪಾಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬೇಕು ಅಥವಾ ಪ್ಯಾಕೆಟ್ ನ ಪಾಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬೇಕಂತ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ವಿ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಟು ಎಸ್ಟಾಬ್ಲಿಷ್ ದಿ ಕನೆಕ್ಷನ್ ಫಸ್ಟ್ ನಾವು ಕನೆಕ್ಷನ್ ನ ಎಸ್ಟಾಬ್ಲಿಷ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು. So message type 1 anta kotre we are requesting for the connection between your client and the server. If I have the message type that is CONNACK, that is your connection acknowledgement, the value for this connection acknowledgement is 2. Andre connection establish ಆದ್ಮೇಲೆ ಸರ್ವರ್ ಏನ್ ಮಾಡುತ್ತೆ ಒಂದು acknowledgement ತರ client ಗೆ send ಮಾಡುತ್ತೆ that the connection has been established. Next we have the publish, that is the 3, value is 3. ಇದು ಪಬ್ಲಿಷ್ ಮಾಡಕ್ಕೆ ಕ್ಲೈಂಟ್ ಇಂದ ಸರ್ವರ್ ಗಾದ್ರೂ ನಾನು ಪಬ್ಲಿಷ್ ಮಾಡಬಹುದು ಅಥವಾ ಸರ್ವರ್ ಇಂದ ಕ್ಲೈಂಟ್, ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಬೇಸ್ಡ್ ಆನ್ ದ ರಿಕ್ವೆಸ್ಟ್ ಇನ್ ರೆಸ್ಪಾನ್ಸ್ ಐ ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಪಬ್ಲಿಷ್ ದ ಡೇಟಾ. ಪಬ್ಲಿಷ್ ಬ್ಯಾಕ್, ದಿಟ್ ಇಸ್ ಯೋರ್ ಪಬ್ಲಿಷ್ PUBACK, ದಟ್ ಇಸ್ ಅನ್ ಅಕ್ನಾಲೆಜ್ಮೆಂಟ್. ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಡೇಟಾ ನಂಗೆ ಕರೆಕ್ಟ್ ಆಗಿ ರಿಸೀವ್ ಆಗಿದೆ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಕ್ಕೆ ವಿ ವಿಲ್ ಸೆಂಡ್ ದಿ ಪಬ್ಲಿಷ್ acknowledgement. And we have pubrec, that is your value 5. This can also be from client to server or server to client. Published, this receiver will tell that the packet or the publish has been received. This is pubrel, that is PUBREL. The value is 6. Again this can be sent from client to server or from server to client. This will tell that the publish has been released. Next we have pubcomp, that is your publish has been completed. The data has been completely published. Next we have the subscribe part, that is 8, where the subscribe will request, that is from client to request, client to server. The subscriber will request for the connection or sub acknowledgement. The subscriber will send the acknowledgement. This is unsubscribe. ಅಂದ್ರೆ ನಾವು ಇವಾಗ ಒಂದ್ಸತಿ ಆ ಪರ್ಟಿಕ್ಯುಲರ್ ಸರ್ವರ್ಗೆ ಸಬ್ಸ್ಕ್ರೈಬ್ ಆಗಿದ್ದೀವಿ, ಸಬ್ಸ್ಕ್ರಿಪ್ಷನ್ ಆಗಿದೆ ಅಂತ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ನನಗೆ ಇವಾಗ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಅದರಿಂದ ಯಾವುದೇ ತರ ಅಡ್ವಾಂಟೇಜಸ್ ಇಲ್ಲ ಅಥವಾ ಯೂಸ್ ಇಲ್ಲ ಅಂದಾಗ ಐ ಮೇ unsubscribe. So for that particular thing we have unsubscribe message type and the value is 10, that will unsubscribe the request. This is an acknowledgement, that is your unsub ACK, that is the value 11, where unsubscribe acknowledgement will be sent. This is your ping request, that is the value 12, where it will request for a ping, and this is a response one. Once the request has been done, andre request ಕಳಿಸಾಗಿದೆ, or based on the request the response will be done, that is your ping request. And this is the disconnecting, ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಕನೆಕ್ಷನ್ ಎಲ್ಲ ಆಗಿ the transmission of data has been done, communication ಎಲ್ಲ ಆಗಿದೆ ಅಂತ ಅಂದ್ರೆ we can disconnect from that particular connection. That is done by using disconnect message type, that is a 14, from client to server, where client will be disconnecting from that particular server. So these are the 14 types of messages that we have in the MQTT, where MQTT can support these 14 types of messages. The next field we have here is the DUP, that is the duplication flag. If there is any duplication, that will be identified by this dupe. This flag when set, ಈ flag na ನಾವೇನಾದ್ರೂ set ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ, if we enable that particular field, it will allow the client to notate the packet has been sent previously but an acknowledgement was not received. ನಮ್ಗೆ ಏನಾದ್ರೂ acknowledgement ಬಂದಿಲ್ಲ ಅನ್ನೋ ಟೈಮಲ್ಲಿ ನಾವೇನ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ, it will tell the client that the packet has been sent but acknowledgement bandila anta ಹೇಳುತ್ತೆ. In the same way we have the QoS header, the next field after your DUP we have QoS, that is the services that will be provided by your MQTT protocol, that is quality of services, where we have 3 types of quality of services that has been supported by your MQTT protocol. The next field here is the retain flag, only found in a publish message. ನಾವೇನಾದ್ರೂ publish type message na use ಮಾಡ್ತಿದೀವಿ ಅಂತ ಅಂದ್ರೆ then we can make use of this retain flag, which will notify the server to hold on to the message data. ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಆ ಮೆಸೇಜ್ ಡೇಟಾನ ಹೋಲ್ಡ್ ಮಾಡಕ್ಕೆ ನೋಟಿಫೈ ಮಾಡುತ್ತೆ. So this will be used, this particular retain flag will be used or found only in the publish type of the message. This allows new subscribers instantly receive the last known value without having to wait. ಅಂದ್ರೆ ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಅಪ್ಡೇಟ್, ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಏನಾದರೂ ಪಬ್ಲಿಷರ್ ಸೆಂಡ್ ಮಾಡೋಕ್ಕಿಂತ ಮುಂಚೆನೆ ಪ್ರೀವಿಯಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಏನ್ ಡೇಟಾ ಇರುತ್ತೋ ಅದನ್ನ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಇಟ್ ವಿಲ್ ಲೆಟ್ ಟು ನೋ ಅಬೌಟ್ ದಟ್ ಪರ್ಟಿಕ್ಯುಲರ್ ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂ. ಇನ್ ದ ಸೇಮ್ ವೇ the last mandatory field in the MQTT is the remaining length. ಹೆಡರ್ ಪಾರ್ಟ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ನಮಗೆ ರಿಮೈನಿಂಗ್ ಲೆಂತ್ ಇದೇನಕ್ಕೆ ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ ಅಂತ ಅಂದ್ರೆ which will specify the number of bytes in the MQTT packet following this field. ಎಷ್ಟು number of bytes ಈ field ನ ಫಾಲೋ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದೆ ಅಂದ್ರೆ how many packets are following this particular field ಅಂತ ಹೇಳೋದಕ್ಕೋಸ್ಕರ we will have this remaining length, where MQTT session or in order to exchange the message we have 4 phases, that is your session establishment, authentication, data exchange and the session termination. So session establishment is nothing but we will request for the connection and the connection will be established. Next we have the authentication, ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಕರೆಕ್ಟ್ ಕ್ಲೈಂಟ್ ಪಬ್ಲಿಷರ್ ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಸಬ್ಸ್ಕ್ರೈಬ್ ಆಗ್ತಿದಾನ ಇಲ್ವಾ ಅಂತ. ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಡೇಟಾ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಚೇಂಜ್, ಅದು ಅಥೆಂಟಿಕೇಶನ್ ಆದ್ಮೇಲೆ we will have the data exchange part, we will exchange the data, then we will terminate that particular connection. Here first ಏನ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ ಅಂದ್ರೆ client will connect to a server using his client ID. ಅವರಿಗೆ ಏನ್ ಯೂನಿಕ್ ಕ್ಲೈಂಟ್ ಐಡಿ ಪ್ರೊವೈಡ್ ಮಾಡಿರ್ತೀವಿ ಅದನ್ನ ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡಿಕೊಂಡು he will connect to your MQTT server, which allows the identification of the MQTT session. ಅಂದ್ರೆ MQTT session start ಆಗ್ತಿದೆ ಅಂತ ಎರಡು ಪಾರ್ಟಿ, that is your server and the client ಗೆ it will identify. When the server is delivering an application message to more than one client, ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಸರ್ವರ್ ಇಂದ ನಾನು ಏನಾದ್ರೂ n number of clients ಗೆ ಮೆಸೇಜ್ ಸೆಂಡ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಿದ್ದೀನಿ ಅಂತ ಅಂದ್ರೆ then each client will be treated as an independent one but not as a group. ಇಲ್ಲಿ ನಾವು ಗ್ರೂಪ್ ಆಗಿ ಅದನ್ನ ಕನ್ಸಿಡರ್ ಮಾಡಲ್ಲ. Each client will be considered as a independent client. Subscription to resources generate subscribe or sub back. Sub acknowledgement subscribe ಆಗಿ sub acknowledgement control package. While unsubscription ನಾನು ಏನಾದರೂ unsubscription ಮಾಡ್ಕೋಬೇಕು ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ I'll make use of the message type that is unsubscribe. Then that will be followed by your unsubscribe acknowledgement control package. Graceful termination ಯಾವ ತರ ಆಗತ್ತೆ ಅಂದ್ರೆ I'll make use of disconnect message type in order to disconnect the connection that has been established in order to have the communication, which also offers the capability of a client in order to reconnect by resending its client ID to resume the operation. ಏನಾದರೂ ಡಿಸ್ಕನೆಕ್ಟ್ ಕೊಟ್ಬಿಟ್ಟಿರತ್ತೆ ಬಟ್ ಅದೇ ಸಿಗ್ನಲ್ ಅಥವಾ ಅದೇ ಸರ್ವರ್ಗೆ ಮತ್ತೆ ಕನೆಕ್ಟ್ ಆಗ್ಬೇಕಂತ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಇಟ್ ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ರೀಸೆಂಡ್ ಇಟ್ಸ್ ಕ್ಲೈಂಟ್ ಐಡಿ ಇನ್ ಆರ್ಡರ್ ಟು ರೆಸ್ಯೂಮ್ ದಿ ಆಪರೇಷನ್. ಈ ಡಿಸ್ಕನೆಕ್ಟ್ ಆಪರೇಷನ್ ನ ರೆಸ್ಯೂಮ್ ಮಾಡೋದಕ್ಕೆ ಇಟ್ ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಸೆಂಡ್ ದಿ ಕ್ಲೈಂಟ್ ಐಡಿ ಅಗೇನ್. Next we have ping request and the ping response control package, which is being used in order to validate the connection between the client and the server. In the same way we have the keep alive andre session alive idya athwa disconnect agogidya anta helake we have a keep alive. In the same way we have ICMP pings which are the part of your IP protocol. This keep alive will maintain the check of your TCP session. It is nothing but the connection. Securing MQTT through TLS port 8883 ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿ ಆಗ್ಲೇ ಅದನ್ನ ಬೇಕಾದ್ರೂ ನಾನು ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡಬಹುದು. and this is an optional. It is based on the constraint nodes. Constraint nodes ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಏನಾದ್ರೂ ನಾನು ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬೇಕಂದ್ರೆ I may use this particular thing. When TLS is not used, ನಾನು ಇದನ್ನ ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡಿಲ್ಲ ಅಂತ ಅಂದ್ರೆ client sends a clear text username and password during the connection initiation. TLS ನ ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ we can have the atomic or automatic authentication. Otherwise the client should send a clear text username ಮತ್ತೆ ಅದ್ರ ಪಾಸ್ವರ್ಡ್ ನ ಸೆಂಡ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಕನೆಕ್ಷನ್ ಇನಿಷಿಯೇಷನ್ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಇನಿಷಿಯೇಟ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು ಕನೆಕ್ಷನ್ ನ ಅಂತ ಅಂದ್ರೆ the client should send it our username ಮತ್ತೆ ಪಾಸ್ವರ್ಡ್ ಏನಿರುತ್ತೋ ಅದನ್ನ ಸೆಂಡ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು. So the MQTT protocol offers 3 levels of quality of services. This quality of services for MQTT has been implemented when exchanging the application messages from the publisher and the subscriber ಗೆ ನಾವು ಮೆಸೇಜ್ ನ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಚೇಂಜ್ ಮಾಡುವಾಗ ಈ 3 ಕ್ವಾಲಿಟಿ ಆಫ್ ಸರ್ವಿಸಸ್ ನ ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ. and the delivery protocol is symmetric. It is of a symmetric type. This means the client and the server can each take the role of either sender ಆಗಾದ್ರೂ ಆಕ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡಬಹುದು ಅಥವಾ ರಿಸೀವರ್ ಆಗಾದ್ರೂ ಆಕ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡಬಹುದು. Delivery protocol is connected solely with the delivery of an application message from a single sender to a single receiver. We have 3 levels of MQTT, that is QoS in MQTT, that is QoS 0, QoS 1 and QoS 2. Coming to this QoS, it will provide the best effort and the acknowledgement data service, where ನಾವು ಡೇಟಾನ ಪಬ್ಲಿಷ್ ಮಾಡಿ ರಿಸೀವರ್ ಅಥವಾ ಸಬ್ಸ್ಕ್ರೈಬರ್ಗೆ ಸೆಂಡ್ ಮಾಡಿದೀವಿ ಅಂತ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಸಬ್ಸ್ಕ್ರೈಬರ್ ಮೇ ನಾಟ್ ಸೆಂಡ್ ದಿ ಅಕ್ನಾಲೇಜ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಬೇಕಾಗಿಲ್ಲ ಈ ಟೈಪ್ ಆಫ್ ಸರ್ವಿಸ್ ನ ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ. ಸೊ ಇಟ್ ವಿಲ್ ಗ್ಯಾರಂಟಿ ದಟ್ ಪ್ಯಾಕೆಟ್ ವಿಲ್ ಬಿ ಸೆಂಡ್ ಆರ್ ಡೆಲಿವರ್ಡ್ ಅಟ್ ಮೋಸ್ಟ್ ಒನ್ಸ್ ಆದ್ರೂ ಅದು ಡೆಲಿವರಿ ಆಗಿರತ್ತೆ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳುತ್ತೆ. The publisher will send a message one time to the server ಗೆ ಕಳಿಸುತ್ತೆ and the server will transmit it to the subscriber ಗೆ send ಮಾಡುತ್ತೆ and there will be no response ಅಥವಾ ಯಾವುದೇ ತರ acknowledgement will be not be sent. acknowledgement ಆಗಲಿ ಬೇರೆ ರೆಸ್ಪಾನ್ಸ್ ಆಗಲಿ will not be sent by your receiver or the subscriber to the server ಆದ್ರೂ ಆಗ್ಬೋದು ಅಥವಾ ಪಬ್ಲಿಷರ್ ಆದ್ರೂ ಆಗ್ಬೋದು, ಎರಡಕ್ಕೂನು ಅದು acknowledgement ನ ಕಳಿಸಲ್ಲ. ಸೊ ಈ ತರ acknowledgement ಕಳಿಸದೇ ಇರೋದಕ್ಕೆ as it is of the unacknowledgement data service, there is no retry option ಇರಲ್ಲ. ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಪ್ಯಾಕೆಟ್ ಲಾಸ್ ಆದ್ರೂ ಆಗ್ಬೋದು ಅಥವಾ ಅದು ಕರೆಕ್ಟ್ ಆಗಿ ಡೆಲಿವರ್ ಆದ್ರೂ ಆಗಿರ್ಬೋದು. ಇನ್ ಕೇಸ್ ಪ್ಯಾಕೆಟ್ ಲಾಸ್ ಏನಾದ್ರೂ ಆದ್ರೆ here this QoS doesn't provide the no retry option. That is, retry option will not be provided in case of packet loss. So the message arrives at the receiver either once ati correct ಆಗಿ ಡೆಲಿವರ್ ಆಗಿದೆ ಅಂತ ಅಂದ್ರೆ the packet will be delivered once, otherwise not at all ಅಂತ ಅಂದ್ರೆ the packet has been lost somewhere in the middle. ಈ ತರ ಆದಾಗ it will tell that the packet or the message has been arrived at the receiver. That is not at all. Next we have QoS 1, where it will ensure that the message delivery takes place between your publisher and the server, and then between the server and the subscriber at least once, where your QoS 0 is at most once. So it will provide at least once in publish and pub back packets. It will make use of publish and pub acknowledgement in the variable header. As we have seen, MQTT has the variable header that is of optional type. For this optional, we will add this publish and pub acknowledgement packets in order to have the acknowledgement by the subscriber. If the message has not been acknowledged by the pub acknowledgement packet, then we have to send the packet again. The publisher should send the packet again in order to guarantee that the packet has been delivered at least once. So if it is not acknowledged, we will be sending the packet again. Next we have QoS 2, where it will guarantee that the packet is been delivered exactly once. ಒಂದೇ ಸತಿ ಹೋಗಿದೆ ರಿಸೀವರ್ ರಿಸೀವ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದಾರೆ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳುತ್ತೆ. So it is the highest level. It doesn't support either the ಲಾಸ್ ಆರ್ ಡುಪ್ಲಿಕೇಶನ್. ಇದ್ರಲ್ಲಿ ನಾವು ಲಾಸ್ ಅಥವಾ ಡುಪ್ಲಿಕೇಶನ್ ನ ಅಕ್ಸೆಪ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡದೇ ಇರೋಂಥ ಮೆಸೇಜಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ನಾವು ಈ QoS, that is quality of service 2 ನ ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ. There is an increased overhead associated with the QoS level because each packet contains an optional variable header. Header optional ಆಗಿರುತ್ತೆ, and it will confirm the recipient by using the publish message type, and it will provide two type acknowledgement, two-step acknowledgement ನ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಪ್ರೊವೈಡ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ. QoS ಅಲ್ಲಿ ನಾವು ಪಬ್ ಅಕ್ನಾಲೆಜ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ನ ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡಿಕೊಂಡು ಅಕ್ನಾಲೆಜ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ನ ಪ್ರೊವೈಡ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಿದ್ವಿ, ಬಟ್ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಟೂ ಸ್ಟೆಪ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ಒಂದು ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಸ್ಟೆಪ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ ಅಂತ ಅಂದ್ರೆ, ವಿ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಪಬ್ಲಿಷ್ ಟೈಪ್ ಅಂಡ್ ದಿ ಪಬ್ಲಿಷ್ ರಿಸೀವ್ಡ್, ಈ ಎರಡು ಪೇರ್ನ ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡಿಕೊಂಡು ನಾವು ಒಂದು ಸ್ಟೆಪ್ ಅಕ್ನಾಲೆಜ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ನ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ. ಇನ್ ದ ಸೆಕೆಂಡ್ ಸ್ಟೆಪ್ ಪಬ್ ರಿಲೀಸ್ ಅಂಡ್ ಪಬ್ಲಿಷ್ ಕಂಪ್ಲೀಟ್ ಪ್ಯಾಕೆಟ್ ನ ಈ ಪೇರ್ ನ ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡಿಕೊಂಡು ಸೆಕೆಂಡ್ ಅಕ್ನಾಲೆಜ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ನ ಪ್ರೊವೈಡ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ. ಸೊ ದಿಸ್ ಲೆವೆಲ್ ವಿಲ್ ಗ್ಯಾರಂಟಿ ದಟ್ ದ ಪ್ಯಾಕೆಟ್ ವಿಲ್ ಬಿ ಡೆಲಿವರ್ಡ್ ಎಕ್ಸಾಕ್ಟ್ಲಿ ಒನ್ಸ್ ಟು ದಿ ಸಬ್ಸ್ಕ್ರೈಬರ್ and with no consideration for the number of retries as long as the message is delivered once. ಒಂದು ಸತಿ ಅದು ರಿಸೀವರ್ ಹೋಗೋವರೆಗೂ ಎಷ್ಟು ಸತಿ ಬೇಕಾದ್ರೂ ನಾವು ಟ್ರೈ ಮಾಡ್ಬೋದು, ಬಟ್ ದ ಮೆಸೇಜ್ ಹ್ಯಾಸ್ ಟು ಬಿ ಡೆಲಿವರ್ಡ್ ಎಕ್ಸಾಕ್ಟ್ಲಿ ಒನ್ಸ್ ಟು ದಿ ಸಬ್ಸ್ಕ್ರೈಬರ್ಗೆ ಒಂದ್ ಸತಿ ಕಳ್ಸೋವರೆಗೂ ನಾವು ಎಷ್ಟು ಸತಿ ಬೇಕಾದ್ರೂ ರೀಸೆಂಡ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಿರ್ಬೋದು, ಬಟ್ ಒಂದ್ ಸತಿ ಸಬ್ಸ್ಕ್ರೈಬರ್ಗೆ ಮೆಸೇಜ್ ಹೋಗಿದೆ ಅಂತ ಅಂದ್ಮೇಲೆ we will stop sending that particular packet. This is about your QoS 2. So these are the three different types of your quality of services that comes under your MQTT protocol. As we have seen that QoS process itself a symmetry one, where role of sender and receiver can be like different, where it will have the two separate transaction exists. One publishing client in the server ge, ಇನ್ನೊಂದು server in the subscriber ge. ಇದು ಎರಡು ಟ್ರಾನ್ಸಾಕ್ಷನ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ಒಂದು ಟ್ರಾನ್ಸಾಕ್ಷನ್ ನಿಮ್ದು ಪಬ್ಲಿಷರ್ ಇಂದ ಸರ್ವರ್ ಗೆ, ಇನ್ನೊಂದು ಸರ್ವರ್ ಇಂದ ಸಬ್ಸ್ಕ್ರೈಬರ್ ಗೆ. So this is how it will happen. It can be your publisher and it is your subscriber. If I make use of the QoS 0, the publisher will publish the data to your server, MQTT server, and the server will send it to the subscriber, where it is of at most once, at least once, and exactly once. So this is how the data will exchange between your publisher and the subscriber. So these are the two transactions, that is the one transaction between the publisher to the broker, and the other transaction is between your broker to the subscriber. This is the difference between your COAP and the MQTT, where COAP will make use of UDP, that is the connectionless protocol, and MQTT will make use of TCP, that is connection oriented protocol. And Typical messaging ಇದ್ರಲ್ಲಿ request response ತರ ಇರುತ್ತೆ, and this is based on your publish in the subscriber. Effectives with respect to your LLNS, that is low power lossy networks, it is excellent. It is been defined or developed for your LLNS, that is low power and lossy networks, where it is low fare because it is not being implemented your UDP na use madilla, but in order to make MQTT a better one, we will implement using UDP. Security na provide madake, it will make use of DTLS protocol, and in order to provide security in MQTT, we will make use of SSL and TLS. Communication model 1-to-1, idರಲ್ಲಿ many to many model na use ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ. Strengths ಏನಪ್ಪಾ ಅಂದ್ರೆ lightweight, fast and ಕಮ್ಮಿ low overhead, and it is being suitable for your constrained networks. It will make use of RESTful environment model, and it will support multicasting, and it will support both types of messages, that is the asynchronous and the synchronous messages. Coming to your MQTT, where it will make use of TCP, and it will provide multiple QoS options, that is your QoS 0, 1 and 2, provide robust communication, and it is being simple to manage, and the scalability can be done by making use of your broker architecture. What are the disadvantages or weakness of your COAP protocol is it is not reliable as TCP based on the MQTT. MQTT ತರ ಇದು reliable ಅಲ್ಲ, so the application must ensure the reliability factor. So MQTT ಬಂತು ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ it cannot be used for your constrained networks. Constrained networks ನಾನು ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡೋಕ್ಕಾಗಲ್ಲ, and TCP can drain low power devices. TCP ಕನೆಕ್ಷನ್ ನ ಎಸ್ಟಾಬ್ಲಿಷ್ ಮಾಡೋದು ಕಮ್ಮಿ ಪವರ್ ಇರುವಂತ ಎಂಡ್ ನೋಟ್ಸ್ ನ ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಂಡು ನಾನು ಏನಾದರೂ ಕನೆಕ್ಷನ್ ನ ಎಸ್ಟಾಬ್ಲಿಷ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ the connection may drain or it may fail, and it doesn't support your multicasting message type. So these are the difference between your constrained application protocol and your message queuing telemetry transport protocol. Coming to the summary, where MQTT is 1-to-1, so it is different from your COAP, that is COAP is 1-to-1 and your MQTT is from many-to-many subscription framework. MQTT is of TCP based, and it will have the ordered based and lossless connection. It has a low overhead, optionally paired UDP and flexible messages format, and it will have the TLS or SSL in order to provide the security, and it will have the 3 types of quality of services, that is QoS 1, 2 and 0. This makes MQTT a key application layer protocol in order to adopt the growth of Internet of Things. So this completes your MQTT protocol. So this completes your half of the module 3, that is the first chapter has been completed by this presentation. Let us see the next chapter in the next presentation.